What's the crack a day, boys? Welcome back to part 5 of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Between videos, I had put in all the pathways and everything to the shopping centre and around this area, so that allows everybody to walk around happily. And I've flattened all this area off already, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a temporary loop in for the train so that we can get trains running, even though that the full loop and bridges haven't been built across yet. But in today's video, we'll be basically filling in this area around here, and we're just going to pack it full of as many residential flats and buildings as we possibly can, just make it densely packed as possible. So let's crack right into it. We'll be using these prefabs here. I think they're the best looking ones. There's ones with full balconies or split balconies. Although these have less people, I think they look better, so we'll be using these kiddies. Let's put one in the back of here. Can we fit two in there maybe? No, I won't fit two. What about a smaller one and then a larger one maybe? I think that might be the way to go. We'll take these roads and pathways back, because the roads and paths are always going to hamper where you can place buildings. There we go. So we'll put in one of these bad boys here. One of these kiddies here. So that fills out that block. Then do the opposite on the side of the road. What we might do is we might stick maybe a car park, because I want to keep it semi, as I said before, I want to keep it semi able to keep car parks and public, like people's private transport still roped into the city. So if I put a car parking space there, maybe put a set of flats at an angle here, maybe. And then maybe we can fit a tennis court in about here. We fit a tennis court in there maybe, will we? Yeah, I think so. I think that'll look alright. Put one there. That basically finishes this block. So we can get through it pretty rapidly, like building all this stuff. I'm not going to put any services in this side of the city. I'm going to put the hospitals over on this side and the fire station. We might put the town hall just here, maybe. I think this might be a good place for the town hall. Just in there. Lovely. That'll give us lots of different information about the town. Once it's built, give us population, needs, and all that sort of different information that'll be useful. This area, I deleted the building. We're going to make a town square in the centre here. I'm going to put in a trolley bus stop so we can get trolley buses on the go. I think that's going to be quite a nifty wee thing once we get running. I'm going to build this square off screen as a wee like jewel, so you can pick up between videos. So we'll keep placing residential buildings down. Nice big tenement block, prefab block beside the town hall. Put that there, and then maybe could have one like this, just like that. I think like it rotated just a smidge more. I think that'll be good, because I think we're going to have a road that comes along down here and comes along like that. So if I put the roads in for these guys on something like, God, I love that feature. Something like that. This road will need to be completely redone, but that's fine. Maybe actually if we need to redo all these paths. along to here, and then we'll take a road along to there, and then I'll give us a nice curve run like that. Lovely. I'll put paths in through this way. I'll leave that without a road. And I'll then take this road to about there, along, and then like that. And then when I join up this car park, I'm going to take this road through like that. Connect that up. These buildings all up. I know you don't need to connect a road directly to the buildings. You can just use paths, but at least the residential buildings, I like just keeping one road connection, just from my own personal preference. Lovely. So now we'll put in more buildings following around here. That's going to be flat there, so we'll maybe put prefabs. Along like that. We'll put a load of car parking in here. And we will keep that. Maybe put some of these older brick flats down in this area so that we can sort of keep the block, this small block here, continued up a little bit further. So maybe put in like that, maybe there, and that'll be enough. Maybe there and there. No, I'll have car parking in there. So to be honest, actually, we could just get rid of that and just put car parks in. Just have a good number of them for basically the town hall and the surrounding residential. We'll just keep them like that. Put the roads in for all this as well. Here we go. I'll put the junction for that road up there. If you basically stop where you're building the road, it allows you to get a node, which makes building roads a little bit easier. So instead of just dragging across here and building it like that, if you stop it at the section you want the two roads to connect and then continue building it, it just allows it easier, straighter snap-ins. It allows you to make a lot nicer looking road connections. Then through to here. And I wonder, that's too sharp. I thought it would be. Oh, that's too sharp as well though. Maybe I've started there. Lovely. Now line these buildings up because they're not quite aligned. And you can already see this is going to be like just a densely packed city where most of the brunt of the workers will be coming from. And one more there. Then at the back of them, because we're going to need to do something, because the change in height of this land, this shopping retail park is sort of like up on a wee plinth of land. So we'll want to like dress up the edge with different buildings along the side of it. Maybe if we can fit in a smaller prefab just in the end. If we do delete this road, it'll let us. Probably let us build actually the main full-sized ones up. Build a smaller sort of prefab there, and the big ones along from it. If I put this prefab here, hopefully this allows us to bring a road too steep of a descent. Oh, didn't mean to build that. If I raise the land slightly, nah, it won't let us do it, will it? Too steep. Now if I destroy this building, and maybe this building, play it. It might be easier if I put this road down first, maybe. Mess about this for a bit, secondary. That allows us to take it down. We want prefabs in there, and it probably won't let us build them now. Let's build them about there. Can live with that, I think. It's the furthest away. Let's maybe build them there as well. I can live with that. And then that'll be another connection into that point, which maybe we can put in, if we have this like sort of mirror it on either side. I think that'll look alright. And then we can put the roads in for these. Or before we do, if we fill out these sort of center portions, we have a prefab there, a wee square in here with maybe a car park and 2 car parks maybe, can we fit in? Just do 1 car park like that. Maybe a tennis court, some trees, a statue maybe, something like that in there. That might look alright. Bring this up to this point maybe. Too steep of an incline. That's not though, and that's fine. Take off of this. If I build down right the back of all these flats, can I attach it into there? Cool. And then kind of want to take this off at quite a sharp angle, which it won't let me, so I'll need to take it down to maybe a bit there, then turn it in. Cool. Along the front of them all like this. Join this road back up, seeing as it'll allow me to connect it now. Take that in there. And I think I'll just put the nodes in the places that I want them. That node's already set. I want a node there, 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 and there. And that should hopefully connect into this road now. Too steep of an incline? Supposedly not. There we go. Cool. Smashing. Then a road off at this sort of angle. Into here, and connected into that. And then that allows a nice wee square in here. A couple of tennis courts maybe around that area. These will be hills. I'll have paths maybe coming down to the sides, or paths going in this area maybe, but I can always put trees in this section. Now this was just a temporary road I laid in for seeing where the trolley bus would go. So I can delete this now. And you can see that we're running out of money again. So we'll need to go back into the Soviet Union and beg for some more cash. Please, Stalin or Lenin or whoever's running you at the moment. I'll pay it back in 5 years, I promise. 2 million is all I need. At least for now. The other thing I'll need to do is start building roads that go across the rails, but we'll do that once we start building on the other side of the railways. Lovely. So now, see what we can put into this section. Can maybe put a couple of these flats in about this area. And about here, try and keep just enough space to take a path in behind it. The more connections you can make, the better. About there-ish. I'd also like to add a few of these houses in at some point, at some place in this city. Maybe like a big residential block of these tiny houses along here, alongside this hill maybe. Like flatten it off. That's all raised. That's all raised along here. This is at a different level to this down here. This is the same level as all this town. And then you got the higher level for your shopping centre. And then you got this other level that's like halfway through the town, it changes level. I think I would like another one of these modern, or more modern prefab flats, like a residential base just around in this area. And then coming down here we might have like the really old residential sort of houses and flats like that. What we'll do maybe is if we flatten this up to this level, might have all these wee houses down on this level, and then on this part here we'll have these flats lining the rail. Sort of like this. Now that diesel station's probably not going to stay there, so we can probably just build in front of that just now. Saying that though, we might just keep it as a road connection. We can eventually we'll probably get rid of this diesel station and we will put a crossing over here for a road crossing instead. Cool. Can take a road along for that, which will be the trolleybus road. Now, do I want them on that? Actually, I think I'm going to butt these flats right up against the railway instead of step back. There they are. I think I'm going to do it like this instead. Cool. And we'll take the trolleybus round. Might need to plant some more trees there. There. I should probably add in some trolleybus stops at the moment. That's another thing. Got to connect that up in that side. Would actually probably be better going along this direction. So if we get a trolleybus stop. Oh, so one at the shopping centre, one in the centre here. Yeah, that should be alright. Another trolleybus stop. Just here, I think. And then that will come along there like that, and that'll be a crossing. Join up all these houses. Join up this road that we disconnected. And we'll flatten this land up against that road. Like that. I think we'll make this little modern sort of place just now. Next, we'll add in some of these bad boys. Line them up with the road. There. Get these somewhat lined up like that, and I might just have, I was going to say a car park, but that's going to be a bit. Yeah, we'll put a car park. They've got the shopping centre car park, but they also need their own residential one. So like a residential car park there. Run like that maybe. Spot on. Connect that to there. That's another little modern sort of area, or more well, still pretty fucking old fashioned, but. And then we need to take this trolleybus road down somehow. Then we're just going to take it down like this. And as long as we've got it in, that'll allow us to work around it. And then I want to do like a big area just of these wee houses. Almost if at one point before they built this shopping centre, it was like high density in the centre of the city, and then this is like the old style, low density sort of poorer people would live outside here. Before it was a communist, country. It was almost like you were like on the suburbs of the city almost. So I'll get a few of these in. So I think we've got the 2 road connections coming down like that. Also want another road connection coming down maybe here. So that'll be our 2 connections to the higher up, like this level. Obviously there'll be a lot of paths connecting it, but it'll be the only 2 road connections. Same as over here. I want this to come out along here a little bit more, and I want this to be like the road that's on the higher section. Just take it along there now. And I want this to be the other road connection. essentially to it. And we can flatten all this all up against it. Nice. That gives us a lot of area, especially for those wee houses. There. We'll do this area here almost as like a wee cul-de-sac. And like that. The same again, sort of. Oh, I'd kind of like to bring these around like this sort of direction, but if I do that, it's going to make our roads look horrendous. So I'm just going to copy what I did on the other side. Leave a space for a road there. And then have one final, maybe we'll fit two in. One there and one in this section. Two's just a little bit too ambitious, I think. We'll see how that road looks. It's going to be quite difficult to make all these rows look quite nice. But we'll give it the best try we can. There we go. And then we're wanting to go from like here. Oh, that messed up a little bit. Try like that. Quite finicky when you get to doing things this small in this game. Screw it, we'll just try going to the main road and just see where it creates the nodes themselves. That's already going to be a problem. There we go. Nope, computer says no. Computer says yes now. There we go. Into there. Now if I get rid of that path's probably messing something up. Cool. So road right away round all those houses. And to here. We'll put maybe like a few trees in this area with maybe a statue or something. Loop that around like that. Makes a wee nice square area. A square that's no square. Then if we join these two roads and take that as an offshoot, we can build like proper streets, like maybe like gridded streets in there. Cool. That's what we'll do. What I'll do is I'll just delete the roads again so I can build buildings closer to them. Just two there. be the same again with this. Cool. And then we'll be moving on to gridded sections right about there. And I'll just make these as close as I can to each other. Just like that. And the other side of the road was lined up properly. No, just off. Just like this. Cool. So this has been sort of a slower episode, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue and fill this bit of the area out, and then I'll come back and we'll finish the episode off. So I'll see you then. There we go. That took a while. I found out that essentially the buildings, these houses that we put down here, I put them too close together, so I had to space them out just a little bit further, and then had to replace them all back in again. So it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would, but that's all that in now. So we'll sit back, we'll hit play, and we'll watch it all build as it lags out because I've built so much without playing it. There we go though. That's her. As it comes in, that's what I was looking to, the effect I was looking to get. A little bit bigger flats, little houses, flats that run next to the train line, looks smashing. Again, I'll need to put all the pathways in, but I'll do that off camera because that takes a lot longer than just placing the houses, and I can just sit and do that in my free time. And then we'll need to continue building over here. We'll probably just be mainly doing these sorts of flats around this area here. There'll be no more of this lower residential sort of areas because we actually do want a lot of workers, as many as we possibly can. So that's what we'll probably be doing. But that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. And if you like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow, pass, whatever, do all that rubbish, do whatever you want, I don't care. But it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you next time.